The Larch Creek fire in Wasco County is still burning out of control this morning. It has scorched more than 10,000 acres. Hundreds of people have been told to evacuate, and another road has been shut down. Here's a look over those evacuations right now. The red area, that is level 3 go now evacuations. The yellow is level 2 be set. The green is level 1 be ready. Katu's Joe English is live in Wasco County this morning, right along Highway 197. Joe, more people are under that red zone, right?
Yeah, Ange, typically when we cover wildfires, fire officials will take media crews up closer to the fire lines, but this one has been so erratic, they have not been doing that the last several days. So we're along Highway 197. A little creepy, a little nerve-wracking out here. This is not the main fire, but still plenty of spot fires burning out here along the highway, almost like a little 4th of July fireworks show with the embers popping from the tree branches and falling down onto the ground. So no fire crews out here right now, but plenty of little spot fires. Now, last check with the Oregon State Fire Marshal, they told us 740 homes and 988 people are under that level 3 go now evacuation. That's mainly the Wamick and Pine Hollow communities near Dufur. Now, Thursday, another 47 homes were put under level 1 get ready evacuation status. The latest number we have from the Fire Marshal office as far as what's burned, 10,686 acres, and that number likely to be updated to even more this morning. We're waiting to hear about that. There are agencies here from around the state now, specifically some to fight the fire and some to protect structures. That's their job. 150 firefighters, helicopters, planes as well. Fire Marshal spokesperson says you hear that 0% containment number, and that sounds a little scary because it doesn't mean they don't have the fire surrounded.
These fire lines we make, we don't call them contained because we want to make sure the fire lines hold for a period of time and we're comfortable enough that the fire stays within those lines. Yesterday that didn't happen. It went beyond the lines.
And that's part of the reason I was mentioning they're not letting the media crews get too close to the fire. It's the strong, gusty, changing wind that's making this a tough one to get under control. Of course, the warm temperatures, the low humidity, and no rain for quite some time has a lot to do with it as well. Additional fire management teams from the state, as we mentioned, continue to show up. The governor declared the Conflagration Act so more resources can be brought in. As for the investigation into the fire, we have been asking about that, haven't been told anything except that it is human caused. In Wasco County, Joe English, K2 News.
Joe, we could hear the traffic zipping behind you. I know roads in the area have been closed, then opened again and closed again. What's the situation right now?
Well, at this point, Highway 197 is open, but we've seen this happen the last couple of days, not necessarily because of the fire, but because of the smoke, and wherever it's drifting, it can get pretty heavy and dense along 197. So the fire marshal says we could close it at any time. 197 is open right now, but Highway 216 from Highway 197 to milepost 4, that is closed because it's just too close to the fire. There's still fire burning around that area as well. Ange?
Yeah, hopefully people will be ready for it and they'll take it easy out there this morning.
Yeah.
Joe, thank you for the update. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit. Let's get right to the Larch Creek fire in Wasco County. It is still burning out of control this morning. It has scorched more than 10,000 acres. Hundreds of people have been told to evacuate, and another road is now shut down. Here's a look over those evacuations right now. The red area, that's level 3, go now. All of those people are under go now evacuations. The yellow is level 2, be set. The green is level 1, be ready. K2's Joe English is live in Wasco County this morning at the Fire Command Center at Dufur High School. Joe, I know you're kind of listening to me with one ear and listening to the fire officials with the other. What have you heard so far? Have they started?
Well, there is a gathering about 6 o'clock this morning, so they're doing that right now. What we're seeing in front of the high school is more and more firefighters showing up, some specialty crews. These guys, actually, the firefighters told me what this line is for. They're waiting for chow. You know, they got to fuel up to get out there and fight the fire. So that's what they're waiting to find out what's going to be their job during the day today and get their assignments. So that's what's being talked about inside the school right now. We can't get in there at the moment, but we're going to get the latest information there when we can get it. You know, that fire is still 0% contained, but a spokesperson for the State Fire Marshal Office says that number can be a little bit misleading because firefighters do have lines around the fire, but they don't call them contained because they want to make sure those lines hold the fire. And the fire marshal says the fire has crossed the line several times in the last few days. The Wamick and Pine Hollow communities are now under a level 3 go now evacuation order. People in more than 750 homes in Wasco County have been told to get out of the way of the fire. 150 firefighters along with helicopters and airplanes have been attacking the fire since it started Tuesday afternoon. The Oregon State Fire Marshal says it's the heavy gusty wind that has made fighting this one so tough.
2 days or 3 days in a row, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, levels go up because of the fires doing its erratic behavior. So we added a whole bunch to the level 3 go now evacuation orders set by the sheriff's office. And we now have a total of 988 people in that level 3.
Now, infrared flights that are done overnight has measured the fire at over 10,600 acres, and we're waiting to see if that number is actually higher. We might get that information out of the meeting. That number could go up. Highway 197 is open at this point, but Highway 216 is closed from Highway 197 to milepost 4. And back to that briefing that's happening right now, and we're going to get the latest information out of that as soon as we possibly can and get the updates to you as quick as we can. In Wasco County, in Dufur, Joe English, K2 News.
Yeah, I'll let you go listen in on that. Keep us posted, Joe. Thank you. K2 is on your side tracking another massive wildfire this morning in Malheur County in eastern Oregon. The Cow Valley Fire has burned 20,000 acres. It's 0% contained right now. The fire's burning southwest of Malheur Reservoir. It's threatening 30 to 50 homes. No evacuation orders have been issued yet, but the sheriff's office is telling people in the town of Brogan and surrounding areas to be prepared to leave their homes. Highway 26, by the way, is closed between Ironside and Brogan. K2 News is on your side this wildfire season. You can find the most up-to-date information about fires burning in our area, including those evacuation orders, any road closures, on our website, katu.com. We also have information there to help you prepare your home and your family for an emergency. You can also get updates on the go with the K2 News app.
I'm Joe English at the Larch Creek Fire Command Center in Dufur in Wasco County. We're now on day 4 of the fire. It is still 0% contained, and it's burned close to 11,000 acres. That number might be even higher. We're waiting to hear from a management team meeting that just took place, and we'll get those numbers for you as soon as we possibly can. But evacuation orders have grown as well as the acreage burned. The fire marshal's office says 470 homes and 988 people are under the level 3 go now evacuation, and 47 more homes have been added to the level 1 get ready order. 150 firefighters along with helicopters and planes, and they're fighting the flames. The specialty crews are here as well. Additional crews have shown up to strictly deal with protecting structures along with the others putting out the flames. The fire marshal spokesperson tells us several buildings have been burned, but just barns and outbuildings, no homes so far, and just one firefighter has had to be treated for heat exhaustion. While Highway 197 is open now, fire officials say that could close at any time because of some heavy smoke potential there. Highway 216 from Highway 197 to milepost 4, that is closed for the time being. In Wasco County, Joe English, K2 News.
Joe, thank you. The Cow Valley Fire in Malheur County has scorched more than 20,000 acres, and there is no containment this morning. The fire's burning southwest of Malheur Reservoir. It's threatening 30 to 50 homes. No evacuation orders have been issued yet, but the sheriff's office is telling people in the town of Brogan and surrounding areas to be prepared to leave their homes. Highway 26 is closed between Ironside and Brogan this morning.